What's going on? I love them banjos. Nothing says Scottish Open like some banjos in the intro, am I right? Who is ready to be watching golf in the middle of the night? I don't know about you, new guy, but I'm a night owl. So when I can just watch my guys, double bogey, easy-ass holes because they got in a pot bunker and couldn't get out all night, it's what I live for, big guy. What's up, new guy? I'm the DegeNeditor75. I'm a PGA DFS content creator who is here to help you get a little bit better at DFS. Because if you don't know, you be stepping on your dick in a lot of ways you didn't even know. I'm not going to do it with a single pick. If that's what you want, great news. There's plenty of other channels, but I am here to help you with the process and learn how to play the game. If that sounds interesting to you, well, hang around for about the next 20 minutes. If you find you like the cut of my jib, come check out that schedule right there. Right now, you're watching the course preview show, which I do every Monday. Of course, I do live Showdown Hoedown Friday and Saturday night. Well, I guess this week it'll be Friday and Saturday day because they're playing in the middle of the night, and that is kind of the flagship of my station, and Showdown's a lot easier than week-long, aka kicking the nuts. But of course, we have the emergency stream every Wednesday, 7 o'clock, Lord's time zone. And am I going to change it this week because they're playing across the pond? No, I'm not. You're going to watch the stream, and you're going to have 4 hours to make your lineups, and I don't give a shit. Figure it out. I didn't get to have the number one stream just to go change the time. I'm not changing, motherfathers. All right. Let's get going, guys. We have the Scottish Open. If you don't know, I believe it's in Scotland, okay? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, it's in Scotland, and they're playing at the Renaissance Club. This used to be a course that was on the Rota, which I believe is European for, rotation. Fucking speak English, you motherfathers. So, it is, now they've just started playing at the Renaissance Club. They've been playing there for the past, I think, 5 years now, other than the COVID year. So, what do we need to know about this course? Well, A, you want to know this, new guy. It's a link-style course. And yes, I was once a new guy too, and people would always say, oh, it's a link-style course. I'm like, what the hell is a link-style course? A link-style course is this. It tends to be courses that you see much more frequently over in Europe than you do in America. That's the first takeaway. There tends to be very few trees. They tend to be coastal. They tend to be have a lot of native area, big pot bunkers, and reward creativity, right? They're much more natural to the land, right? They're not a lot of, it basically just goes with whatever you see on the coast of Scotland, that's what the course is going to be. And so that gives you a lot of weird, uneven lies. It gives you cool, undulating greens. It gives you very creative, wide open courses, and you very rarely see like you see in America where everything is green and beautiful and guys hit it into the trees and creeks in the water. There's going to be very little water other than the ocean out there to the side of the course. And it's going to be a much more sandy, native-looking course. That's what a link-style course is, right? And so, when we see this, we don't get to see link-style courses in America very much. So, who tends to have an advantage at this? Well, European players, because they play these link-style courses much more frequently than American players do. I think you do want to factor that in. But to just say, oh, I'm only going to play them European guys because them used to the course. Well, you also got to factor in this. The American players coming over are just better fucking players than the European players. So, it might not even matter that they don't play link-style courses all the time, right? As I told you, this course is the Renaissance Club. It is a unique course in that it is at a par 71, but it still has 4 par 5s. How can that be? Well, it has 5 par 3s. Do some math, dude. Why is that important? Well, 4 par 5s. Anytime there's 4 par 5s, you always have to factor in par 5 scoring. It is going to be where most of the scoring gets done on this course. As you can see, the easiest holes on this course, literally 4 of the 5 easiest holes on this course are the par 5s, the other one being a drivable par 4. So there are very, very gettable courses. This course also has 5 par 3s, with 3 of them clocking in over 200 yards. So some of these par 3s are going to come up and kick your butt. And even the one short par 3 is very, very difficult hole. It's a lot like the postage stamp we saw at, what is that, Troon or whatever, where it is a very, very tricky green and you get yourself in a lot of trouble. You can see that even though it was 147 yards, still the 5th toughest hole on the course. So with that, what can we do? Well, I think there's going to be 2 big narratives you're going to hear this week. I think one is going to be that, A, you want to play bombers. And I don't disagree with that because there's not a lot of punishment for bombers, right? No one hits the fairway at this course. As you'll see, the fairway hit rate is under 50% here. Insanely low, right? So you think, oh, so they're going to be hitting out of the rough. Well, the rough tends to be pretty weak off of the fairways here. So I'm not too worried about that. You can bomb and gouge this course. Where the real punishment comes is if you land in those pot bunkers in the fairway. If you don't know what a pot bunker is, they're very, very deep bunkers with high faces. If you hit in them, frequently you're having to hit out sideways or just hit a wedge straight up in the air and maybe advance at 60 yards. So hitting into those can frequently be a half to a full stroke penalty. So avoiding those will be much more important than be playing from the fairway, right? The other thing that really is going to protect this course is the runoffs around the greens. They're going to be very tight lies, and you're going to have to be very creative on these greens. And if you don't have those kind of chops, you're really going to be struggling. So a guy like JT, Scotty Scheffler, Jordan Spieth, the guys who have some creativity around the greens, I like that this week. I think you're going to need that. I also think that you're going to want to see some guys that hit creative shots into this. You're going to be able to hit some flighted shots. You're going to be able to run some shots up. There's going to be a lot of cool shots this week that we just don't get to see in typical PGA golf every week. The other big thing is this course is going to be, I don't know what they're talking about here on the approach shots. I looked, most of the approach shots are coming in from 175 plus, the vast majority of them. So if you're not hitting your mid to long irons well this week, this course is going to kick your ass, all right? So you're going to need to be hitting that, because with those long par 4s and those par 5s and 3 long par 3s, you're going to be hitting 175 plus on over half of your shots. So it is a mid to long iron course, and you're going to have to play well from that distance. But the biggest protection this course is going to have, it's very, very simple. It's going to have the winds. If the winds are up, this course is going to play in a major style. You'll probably see less than a -10 winning score. If the winds are down, they're probably going to tear this course up, and you'll see it get closer to -20. We'll be checking the wind in just a minute. But the last thing we need to hit on is these greens. These greens are fescue, which I don't know if I've ever seen fescue. So you're not going to probably be able to know who's a good fescue putter. But what I can tell you is fescue runs really, really slow. So I will be looking at slow green putters this week. And what I've always thought is when it's slow greens, give me the bad putters. Because slow greens tend to even out bad putters because they can just hit the hell out of it and not worry about rolling it by 8 feet. So this might be a great week for team ball striker, team can't putt, right? That could be a good week for those two guys. Other things I'm going to be considering is going to be recent approach, recent ball striking. Of course, I'm going to be looking at the long iron approaches from 175 and 200 plus, and I'm going to be looking at par 5 scoring, because the par 5 scoring is where it's going to be at this week. If you're not getting the par 5s, yo ass is grass, all right? From there, let's talk a little bit about last year, which we did have those difficult wind conditions, and you see the winning score was only -7 by Xander Schauffele, and only 23 players shot below par. So that lets you know if these winds kick up, that will kick their ass. And looking at the early wind projections, it looks like we're going to be having some winds, right? Nothing that's crazy, but it looks like about 10 to 15 miles an hour on Thursday and less wind on Friday, depending on which one you do. I don't have my so I don't really know what to expect. But I will say, Thursday looks pretty spicy according to whatever the hell that is. And Friday looks less spicy. But I think that these winds are going to be up. When the winds are up, this course will have some teeth. And there will be, I don't know if we'll see true carnage, but I don't think it's going to be a birdie fest. And after these last 3 weeks, I'm fucking ready to be done with birdie fest, you motherfather. So that's your course breakdown, okay? Let's get over to some contests. Let's talk contest selection this week, and let's just begin. It's a great week. I mean, the contests this week are so good, and that's no surprise because it's the week before a major. People are going to be interested in this, and more importantly, the field is loaded. And when you have a great field, you tend to get great contests. I will warn you, lock is going to be basically midnight for most of us Americans Wednesday night. So you're going to have to get your lineups in early, right? That's why I told you I'm not changing the stream Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. So you basically better block out Wednesday night to get your process done, because you can't wake up Thursday morning and do it, because this shit's going to lock in the middle of the night on Wednesday, right? Probably around 12 or 1, depending on where you live in America. And for all you British people, you're like, what's this bloody wanker talking about? It's going to go off at 7 just like every other tournament. Well, we live in America, so it's going to be going off at midnight, all right? Here is the big sand trap. Great name. The Summer Sand Trap, which there will be some people getting in a lot of trouble at sand traps. $1 million prize pool, only $200,000 to first, man. When the main contest only pays 20% to first, I'm telling you that's as good as it gets. Second place is half of that. 10th place is 133rd. Look, I don't think you want to be playing in these lotteries. Long term, you're going to lose your ass at those. If you're playing one contest this week, or you're playing one lineup, you're going to do it. I'm going to toss my $25 lineup in there. Don't do it, Bob. Don't do it. If you want to play one lineup, go toss your one lineup in the $33 single entry. You'll do so much better in the long run doing that. If you want to play in this, I don't think you should be entering this with any less than probably 40 to 50 lineups, right? Because it's just, that's what the real top players are doing. They're entering 150, and you don't want to be giving up leverage to guys that are already better players than you, and now they have more lineups. I get it. This contest is great. And you're like, but I can't afford to put no 40 lineups in that. That's $1,000. Okay, first of all, quit talking like that. Second of all, I get it. So then maybe go toss your 50 lineups in this one, the secondary, the big $5, the drive the green this week. Tremendous payout structure. Only 8% to first. Second place is 60% of first, and 10th place is 125th. That's as good of a payout as you're going to see. But you also have to factor in, it ain't easy to beat 71,000 lineups, bro. So I'm telling you, don't always go chase the big prizes. But if you're ever going to, the structures this week and the big tournaments are fantastic. Okay, because if you're going to be a donkey dick and go play in those and not mass enter them, this might be a good week for you. If you're a mid to high level player, the signature hole is the nuts this week. With 20% up top, second place, 60% of first. Just love it. As always, play in the single entries, the $200 single entry, the $100 single entry, the $33 single entry, the $12 single entry, the $5 single entry. Go make your player pool. And if you find that you only like 8 guys this week, well, then just go play in single entries. If you find that you like 12 guys, maybe go play in some single entries and 3 maxes. If you make your player pool and you're at like, you like 20, 25 guys this week, well, then go get in some of the MMEs, the mass multi-entries, right? Or maybe check out the $3.20 max or the $10.18 max. My baby, right? Those are good contests. Let the number of players and your player pool dictate what kind of contest you play in. But at the end of the day, no matter what contest you play in, just know you're always best max entering them. Don't go play in the $3.20 max and put 5 lineups in it. That's stupid. Don't do that, right? Go get in contests where you can max enter them. Go get in Pat Mayo's contest. It's a $15 3 max, right? Go get in the $10.18 max. Go get in the $12 single entry, the $1.20 max, the $5 single entry. If you want to do MME this week on a budget, go get in the 50-cent mini max, right? For $75, you can max enter this. It's a great contest. Get in contests you can max enter. That is the first place you're bleeding away money. If you're playing one lineup this week and you go throw it in the $44 club twirl as opposed to putting it in the $33 single entry, just know you are the definition of a donkey dick, and that is why you're losing. You're getting in tournaments that are so negative EV for you to be entering a single lineup. But of course, the one contest you should definitely be in is mine, the Showdown Hoedown Listener League. $5 3 max. You go get it filled right now. Go reserve your spots because I am not going to be flipping out Wednesday night trying to get people to fill this. Get in it now. I will shout out all the winners. You get not only does it have a great flat payout structure, you also will get a shout out on the stream and a free month on my site if you finish in the top 5. So go get in there. Showdown Hoedown Listener League is in the description of this video. I tweeted out. No excuses, you donkey dicks. And please, do me a favor. Drop a like and a subscribe and turn on your notifications. Me and the editor, just 2 independent fucks. When you guys drop a like and subscribe, it helps us out so much. The notifications will let you know about all of our live streams, so please do that for us. Tell a friend. It helps us out more than you ever know. We appreciate every single one of you guys, okay? Also, don't forget to check out DGen75.com, the fastest growing community in all of PGA DFS. Oh, I have the best stone or the best resource in all of PGA DFS called the Rosetta Stone. I have an entire catalog of people that won. Can't wait to show all the ones this week. And of course, I have the newsletter. If you ever want to try out my site, but you don't want to spend money, simply sign up for my newsletter, which is also in the description of this video, and it will get you a free week on the website. No strings attached. All right, let's get to some player pricing. Let's see if it's up here. Go to the pricing, return to lobby, open up pricing. That is not it. Let's see if it's here. Draft team. And like that, the prices are here. They're a little late today. I don't know what's going on, but they're out, so let's go talk. I have not looked at them. Literally, they just came out. So I am going to assume that with all these guys here, I just think it's going to be tight pricing this week. So I'm going to go with 6 guys above 10K, and I'm going to go with 1 guy. I'll guess Scotty probably 11.3. Let's see. Oh, shit, Scotty's 11.6. That's a swift kick in the dick. Only 4 guys above 10,000. All right, so I was way wrong. Way wrong on both. So Scotty is astronomically high, and then it just falls off. That is crazy how quick that falls off. Rory at 10.9 makes a lot of sense. Xander can't lay in the low 10s. That's about what I would have thought. I just can't believe how quickly that falls off. My God. Victor Hovland at 9,700. That seems like a really fair price for how well that motherfather's been playing. Scotty Scheffler at 11.6. I mean, just right off the top, if you can't put him and Rory together unless you want to play 4 punts, which I think is a terrible way to make a lineup. I love when DraftKings does this, where they if they say, all right, you want to double stack 2 studs, good luck. Now you could probably double stack Xander and Cantlay, yeah, because 7,400 you can probably get another 8K guy in there, right? So that's not too bad. But Scotty and Rory are almost price prohibitive. I love that. I love when they do that. Okay, Scotty at 11.6. That is crazy high. All right, so my first big takeaway, Fitz seems a little overpriced at 9,800, right? Fitz is ahead of Hovland. Why? Because he's British? What? Because he looks like, he's got the longest neck on earth? Because he's a distant cousin to giraffes? I don't get it. 9,800 seems overpriced, which makes Hovland at 97, I think underpriced, right? Hatton, that's about what he should be. Guy's playing great. He is British, so like you gotta be liking that. I don't know if you love that price, but I think it's a fair price, right? Fowler playing great. I was hoping Fleetwood. Actually, you know what? I feel like Fleetwood's a hair overpriced. I feel like Fleetwood should be 8,900. The fact that he's 9,400, he was kind of my like, ooh, I think I like Fleetwood this week. So he seems, I actually like that he's a few $100 overpriced from what I would have thought he was going to be. Spieth at 93. Man, these prices are pretty fair, honestly. I'm not seeing... Okay, Wyndham Clark at 9,000. I guess we're just convinced that he's an elite golfer now. Like, that's crazy. Shane Lowry at 9,100. No one's going to play a $9,100 Shane Lowry. You can't talk people into playing Shane Lowry when it's 8,300. Now we're going to play him at 9,100. I don't think so. Am I still Minwoo Lee is 8,900? What is going on? All right, this makes me so happy because Minwoo Lee was a guy I really liked this week, and I thought he's going to be 7,900 and he's going to be 25% owned. But I think at 8,900 no one's going to play Minwoo. Okay. People are going to play him, but he's going to be like 10 to 12% owned instead of the 25% that I thought he would be this week. Very happy with that pricing. Max Homa at 8,800. My, how the mighty have fallen. That's interesting. Max Homa, he's just too good of a player to be 8,800. That's just one of those guys you play based on the talent. Sungjae at 86. I mean, Rose is ahead of Sungjae. That's just crazy to me. My God, look at Justin Thomas, 8,300. That loser piece of shit. At least, hey, good, keep playing him. Just keep letting him drop. This one's astonishing to me. Aberg at 8,200. He's European. He can bomb the shit out of it, and he has good form, right? I don't know why he's not higher. I feel like Aberg is probably going to be 25% owned because he is easily the second or third guy you can get in your lineup this week. He is going to be mega chalk. Mega chalk. If he's going to, look, it'll be simple for me. If he's mega chalk, I'll fade him. If nobody wants to play him, I'll happily play him. But I have to imagine at 8,200 with his talent, and he's European, and people think that all of Europe's the same fucking country. It's not. Okay, he's a Viking. This is the land of little Scottish people. That was a British guy. I'm Scottish. Get in my belly. There's my Scottish guy. All right, from there, what do we got? Connors, Smalley. Man, Smalley, Aaron Rye. All two gloves. It's near the coast. There could be some rain. Those two gloves a big advantage. Corey Connors at 8,000 seems like a very fair price. I love some Tigala. 7,600 Tigala. Take all my money. Lucas Ebert is more expensive than Tigala. What in the fuck? Tigala is cheaper than Rasmus Hogard? Get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, maybe we should start calling him a pimp because he's a Hogard. I just realized that. Let's see here. Brian Harmon. Okay, whatever. Anybody? Dietrich. Ryan Fox, the Oompa Loompa. Okay, Seamus Power. I think I can get on board with $7,500 Seamus Power. If I was going to pay him at $9,100, now he's over where he can go, do like his Link style game. I can be in on that. Doug Gim's playing great. You can't overlook him. Look, I'm telling you, there is a narrative where bombers can do well, and Kitayama bombs it. I will say this. Kitayama seems to finish third place or miss the cut, so just be prepared. I would never play him in cash, but I think he's viable. Hey, there's old Bobby Mack. If you're buying the bomber, I need a UK type guy. Bobby Mack might be your play. Kind of surprised he's not 6,800. Seems a little overpriced at 7,400. Goat down to 7,400. Are we gonna forgive him for missing the cut? I will. Who else? Moronk. Moronk's gonna be chalk, man. I just feel it. 7,300 for a dude who bombs it, and everybody thinks that Poland is the same thing. They're like, I'm pretty sure they're playing over in Europe, and he's a European, so I'm gonna have to play Moronk. I will say this. The one thing I can tell you about European players is they do tend to get more link-style golf in than American players. I don't know how much of a difference that really makes when you're talking about the American players just being more talented. Jordan L. Smith. That's a guy. Hey, he's British. Hey, look at all European energy. Look at that. I guess he got out of jail. That's good. You love to see it. Nick Taylor at 7,100. Bounce Back City. Boy, there is a lot of European players in this field. I love it. Because if you want to know something, you're going to naturally get a discount on guys like Victor Perez, Yannick Paul, Joust Louten. You're going to get a discount on these guys because people aren't familiar with them. All the PGA people are coming over and basically playing a DP World Tour event this week. So a lot of these guys, Rosner, guys like that, and all the ones I just mentioned, they're going to be at discounted ownership. You're going to get them at discounted ownership. Who is this? Ramsey the First? He's Scottish. Oh, man. He's from Scotland. That means he's got to play well here. Taylor Montgomery, I'm pretty sure, is broken. I never mind old Frenchie romaine lettuce. Love that guy. Kevin Yu. That guy's good, guys. I'm telling you, he's good. I keep going to him, and he keeps delivering. Eddie Pepperell. Look at this. Pavon. We've got like the all Laura Lavazables. Campillo, Southgate. I mean, it's just European city down here. I think the really key to building good lineups this week is finding the right European punk guys to play this week and getting them in there. Because if you can get one of these guys to get you a T20 at 6,700, it's going to be the nuts, right? I tell you, I would like a guy like any of these European guys over a guy, say, like Michael Kim, Dylan Wu, guys like that. American players who've been playing well but are coming over with a little bit of jet lag and probably don't have as much experience. If I'm going to punt this week, I'm probably going to lean punting European players this week over American players, right? Who else do we got down here? Oh, Francesco. Love Francesco on a old link style course. So, okay, clearly I don't watch enough DP World Tour because I'm not sure who Samoja is. Samoja, somebody's like just throwing something at the screen right now as I say these names. Valimaki. Sammy Valimaki. What a name. Anybody else? Soderbergh he directs good movies. I know that. Anybody else? Yeah, it gets very, very European down here at the bottom. We're going to have to go dig out some of these European assholes and find the right ones to play. I'm not a big fan of playing these American-style punts. When I go punt in the 6,000s this week, going to be playing these guys. I cannot believe that Scotty Scheffler is priced up so high. I'm going to have to do a little bit of deep diving to see how good his quote-unquote link-style game is. But you want to know a little secret? I think that people are going to overrate the link-style part of the course and really just forget that it's about playing the best fucking golfers. And Scotty Scheffler is definitely the best golfer in this course. And I'm going to be playing, some of these Americans that are just coming in criminally underpriced. I think Homa is too cheap. I think he's too cheap. And if he's going to be too cheap and people don't want to play him because his form hasn't been the best, it hasn't been that bad, or because he's an American, he can't play him well on link style course, well then fuck your bullshit narratives. I'll go play him for you, brother. Wyndham Clark, I think, is a little overpriced in this field, and I think that you're going to get an ownership discount on him. So I'll go play the Americans up high. But down low, if I'm going to play the European narrative, I'm going to play it down low, not up high. Right? So that's going to be my strategy. The pricing looks pretty good. I'm really glad that Scotty's expensive. I'm glad that there's so many European punts. I'm definitely going to be mixing and matching some of those. But to me, the real value is going to be in the 7Ks. These players in the 7Ks are just so good this week, right? And just off the top of my head, I already feel like Rye is going to be popular. I feel like Tigala is going to be popular. Ryan Fox is going to be popular. Who else? I mean, a lot of these guys, maybe, I don't know. Is Bjork? I don't know his recent form. I see 14 of 14 made cuts. That can't be bad. Moronk will be popular. Alex Noren's actually kind of been playing some golf. There you go. That's my thoughts. That is the pricing thoughts. This is going to be a fun week. Incredible contest. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. Come check out the content. And, of course, I will see you Wednesday night, 7 o'clock. I'm not changing the time. We are going at the same time as always. I'll see you there, 7 o'clock, Lord's time zone. Not that European shit, all right? Enjoy this outro, you motherfather.